It's live? Mm-hmm. Hey, Shalom. We the Isupk started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Ghana, Priest and Officer Don Yala. Here you go, the car, Salah. And if you could bring me my bag too, I appreciate it. Yeah, ice, and if there's more ginger ale, just put a little bit more in there. Priest and Officer Don Yala, this is the Wednesday night law class, right? Type your questions in, type your questions in, type your questions in. You got any questions? Type them in. If I can't get to them, then of course I'm gonna try to get the questions for y'all and then break it down next week. But everybody that's tuned in, make sure you check in, make sure you type your questions in, do it all. Okay? So today we're gonna talk about the importance of the law. All right, y'all know this is the Wednesday night law class. Any questions pertaining to the law or any questions? Wow, I appreciate it. Could you catch my book bag too, Bubba Shop? Wow. Pertaining to the law, or if it's just a question off topic, you can also type that in. Then we're going to talk about the importance of the law. Wow, appreciate it. And why I say the importance of the law? Because just like the scripture says, the whole duty of man, right? Law is the whole duty of man. The law is certain things the Lord set in place for us, you know, to put a difference between us and the other nations. Right? That's how you can tell who's the Lord people. Tell about who the Lord people by how they carry themselves, their characteristics. Which is why, you know, most of the time, when we see certain videos of, one thing that we love to do is the videos with them hand mics when they drinking cow piss or drinking blood. Right? Everyone would have to say to themselves, what type of person you have to do this? Like, that can't be of God. Right. Like when you see stuff like that, you know, I remember I was real young. And you know, you might fall asleep with the TV on. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and it was like a geographical show that was on. Right. And it was about over in Africa, their wedding ceremonies. Right? The wedding ceremonies over in Africa. And half of the stuff they was doing, I just kept saying to myself, what type of person would do that? Like they was just eating whatever, drinking whatever. You know, they had a certain tradition where they had to run over like it was just all type of crazy stuff, right? And there was like no way that you can look at people like that and just think God would approve of that, something like that. Like even people that's, you know, Black, Hispanic, and Native American, that's like what, so-called non-spiritual, don't even believe in the Bible. One thing that they will agree with is that drinking blood is crazy. How do we know that? Because everybody is a big conspiracy theorist when it comes to the Illuminati, right? When we talk about the Illuminati, what's one of the traditions or rituals that they say that you got to do when you join the Illuminati is drink blood. And we like, yo, drinking blood is not of God. Well, look, the Lord set certain things, you know, for Israel to be able to tell us apart. Matter of fact, let me get that. What is it? Deuteronomy 7:6, where it says these people will look upon you and show. Like, there's a reason that people look at us now, and even when we out there on the corner and we speak it, we have a camp and all that, right? We're not acting like the people out there. They look at us like, yo, these people is different. Like, what's wrong with them? It's almost to a point where they can't even understand it and they get mad and frustrated. When really, the people that actually really know look at us and say, yo, they different. How many people of other nations we get to come up to us and agree with us what we're saying? That ain't Jesus. We hold up Caesar Borgia. Who the first person to say that that's not Jesus? A goddamn heathen. They looking at us like, okay, these cats know what they talking about. You can find old tapes of the generals and everybody back then who would let an Edomite get on the mic and he would give you some type of history. Or, man, perfect example about in Times Square that just passed in the New York cookout. General Yohana had the Nigerian on his knees saying what? He was admitting that they sold us into slavery. He was admitting that. Like when they see that, they're like, yo, these is not your average people.
Right.
You know, what the Lord set forth for us, how to conduct ourselves. You can read that when you got it.
Come. It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6. Keep therefore and do them.
Start at 5.
Come. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
The Lord taught us statutes and judgments, man. He taught us statutes and judgments. And one thing about teaching us these statutes and judgments, it comes with something. It's something that follow along with it. Read.
Come. Even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go possess it.
In the land whether ye go possess it. For one, this scripture cuts what a lot of these so-called Israelites out there teach. What do they teach? You know, we ain't can't. Oh, go ahead. I know you're about to say it.
We're in captivity, so we can't keep the Sabbath, or we can't keep the high holy days.
Yeah, they pick and choose what to do. When the Lord said what?
Come. Which shall hear all these statutes, surely that ye should do so in the land whether ye go possess it.
The land that you go and live in, the land that you go and take, this is where you're going to do these statutes and these judgments, right? And give me a precept to this, how Israel knew this. It's a good precept too. You can paraphrase it if you know it. Like in today's time, right, we'll get into a battle with a so-called Israelite. Mm-hmm. And they would try to justify not keeping certain laws because we're in captivity. Mm-hmm. When that never mattered, because we knew we was in captivity because not keeping the laws. So it wasn't like, oh, we in captivity, it's a lose-lose, because how we gonna keep the law? We ain't in our land. So give me a precept to even show that at one point in time, we didn't even think like that.
Second Maccabees, chapter 7, when they rather die.
That's a good one. That's an excellent one too. It was another one that I'm looking for.
I mean, it was
that's one of them. Definitely.
The whole time with like when they was battling Christ, you know, about keeping the laws and stuff like that. Like they was battling him with the law. Like they was trying, like they knew that they had to keep the law.
Right, but it's a precept that I'm looking for to show that Israel didn't look at you had to be in our land to keep the laws. Israel, they knew that, and they knew we don't gotta be in our land to keep the laws. Like if we outside of the land, there's no way we could keep the laws. Israel didn't think like that. I'm a paraphrase it. When the 10 tribes went over to the land of Asherah, why they go over there in Apocrypha? To escape the Roman persecution, and they said they went in a land where no man's dwell, so they can keep the laws of the Most High. Right. That's why they came over here to keep the laws. They didn't look at it like, yo, we gonna escape to the land of Asherah and do whatever the hell we want. They were like, yo, let's go over there and try to keep the laws, so the Lord won't be angry at us no more. So now we fast forward today's time, you actually got people battling that. Oh, but we in captivity, so we can't keep that. And it's like, okay, there's precepts going against that. Right. That's just picking and choosing on what you want to keep, just like any old Christian do. You know, Christians hold dear on to the 10 Commandments and they do away with everything else. Why? Because it don't benefit the lifestyle that they want to live. When the Lord gave us this law, because it's very important, he didn't give us this law so one day we could wake up and, you know, we don't have to do it.
Right.
He didn't give us this law to where as though these laws are only in effect in our land. Nah, no matter where you end up at, these laws, they go. Go ahead.
And if I could, sir, like, the law is like our benefit, and it helps us be able to, you know, it helps us through day-to-day situations.
Mm-hmm.
And it also helps us be better brothers and sisters, you know, better parents. That's the importance of the law, you know, especially just your health wise. Like I had this post I had posted. It was the clams in both tanks, and they were both put in the same, you know, contaminated water.
Mm-hmm.
The clams that was in I forgot what it was. Okay, it was one tank with contaminated water, and the other tank with contaminated water, but the clams was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because the clams was in that contaminated water and they sat there for some time, they was able to clean the water.
Right.
So
I think I know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it was crystal clear. Now people was eating that. You're eating something that it's like eating a vacuum, or you know, it's like getting your what do you call it? You get the vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
Filter, and you just start eating up the vacuum.
You get a fork and just dig in.
Right.
Man, it's just crazy. Like the Lord know what he's talking about when he tell us what to eat and what not to eat. You know, the Lord is well aware. And just like Officer in the car was saying, man, these laws is very beneficial for us, man. You can go in the law and, you know, find your problem to anything in life, right? And thanks to Christ, man, because even though we had the law forever, you know, Christ was the one that came and showed us how to keep the law, how to really, you know, keep the law, because, you know, and give us a second chance, because at one point in time, that wasn't flying. You know, they catch you breaking the law, it's over. You ain't getting no second chance. They bringing you forth and saying, hey, we caught them in the middle of adultery. And they all committed adultery. Man, but this law is very important. Hey, what's going on, Brother Shalom? What's going on? You got any questions? At the moment, all right. We in, what is it, Deuteronomy 4 and 6? Come. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6. You can read on the card.
Come. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 6. Therefore, keep therefore and do them. For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
This is the law, is the wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations, man. The nations is going to see it, and they're going to, this is a wise cat. They're going to know this is a wise cat. Read on.
Come. Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
They're going to hear everything that you follow and say, well, goddamn, surely they wise and they have people of understanding.
Right.
Why? Because you ain't getting hit with a plague of COVID-19 from eating bats.
Right.
They're going to go into the science lab or whatnot and try to figure out every antidote that they can to get rid of COVID-19, right? When here's how you get rid of COVID-19, just don't eat bats. And because we don't eat bats, they're going to say, well, these people are surely of understanding because they didn't have these laws. So they don't know, they hungry, they see something with meat, they eat it. Just like the car brought up, clams. They see clams, look like a damn rock. Let me just bang on this, and when they open and it's meat, oh, that means it's food. Anything that has meat on it is food in the sight of the other nations. And then they look at us like, yo, these people are, wise with understanding. Why they are not getting hit with the same plagues we are getting hit with? We don't eat bats. Oh my God, they're so wise. I mean, that's how could you not eat bats if you're hungry and you're bored and they're flying around? How could you not eat bats? Well, there's also pigeons. You can eat pigeons. Pigeons are lawful. So it's, they look at the way we survive and they look at how we move and do things, and they like, yo, these people are wise to understand it. I'll tell you who also knew that, who noticed that too. Whenever you got to deal with Esau and his system, court system, or whatever, when you walk in there and you keeping the Lord's laws and you doing what the Lord say, and they know, like, man, I remember coming up, man, all the battles the school had to go through. And the number one thing people like to bring up is because we was Israelites, they want to play footage in court of us on the corner speaking, try to use it against us for whatever the hell they trying to come up against us for. And they would never win. They would never win because we're not doing anything wrong. And it's like, yo, they are smart as hell, because what we do, like what Paul said, although it be expedient, but it's lawful. So what we do, it looks like it's wrong. It looks like when we say, stop being a homosexual, stop eating shrimp, crab, and lobster, stop smoking. It looks like when you see us say that, it just seems like we wrong. Like, why in the hell are they saying that? They're wrong. It's not wrong. It might, to you, it might seem wrong, but it's not. And then when it comes time where it has to be proven, and when it gets broken down of how we not wrong, they'll think like, God damn, they're smart. How many battles we get in, and what everybody say that ever came up against us in a battle? One thing I can say, Isupk, they different. They not like the other Israelites. That's one thing I can say. Yeah, because we keep the law. Keep the law. And because we keep the law, people are looking like, there are people wise and understanding. That's how the nation of Israel always was. Hey, shalom, one Christ, sir. And that's how the nation of Israel always was. We keep the law. They're like, yo, these people is wise to understand. Go ahead, Nicole, you had your hand up?
You kind of broke it down, but even like what else? There's so much things that the law, that we benefit from the law. Back to the dietary laws. Before they had stethoscopes and all that, and we knew that it was unlawful to eat these animals or these sea creatures. So now, when you go 4,000 years later, 5,000, 6,000 years later, you see how that these animals is not good for consumption, like the pig. We've been saying don't eat it. But mind you, pigs, if you out in like an area like Israel, they run everywhere. You would think, well, it's a pig. It smells good when you cook it, when the heathens cook it. Why not? You know what I mean? But when you realize and understand, like what the Lord was trying to get you to understand, you won't die so early in your age because you got high blood pressure. You know what I mean? Like, or you got fat ankles and fat wrists and all that for all the unlawful food you're gonna eat.
Mm-hmm. But here's the heavy part about it, right? They knew what to eat and what not to eat thousands of years ago, right? Because the Bible is full of signs. I tell people that the way that everybody has a kitchen sink in their crib or a bathroom sink or whatever. The way that is set up, it's set up that way because the Bible. Right. And I explain in a few. Right? But the Lord knows what he's talking about. Like, for an example, right? A pig would eat anything. Right? We know that. So a pig is unlawful. Will a chicken eat anything?
I don't know about that.
Google it. Look it up. Put it up on the screen.
I believe they do. I think I heard that.
Oh. Put it up. Go ahead.
I heard people like force feed chickens like eggs and all that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. Like they'll force feed them certain stuff, but they don't know what they eat.
Yeah, that's partially true. But a pig will eat anything. Will a chicken eat anything? What about a cow? Will a cow eat anything?
No.
Cow won't. What about a lamb? Will a lamb eat anything? Yeah, nope. See, I'm wording it like that to see if y'all confident in y'all answers. But I know I'm throwing y'all off because every question that I just asked y'all thinking about it before y'all answer. Like, hold on, will I? Because y'all know where I'm going with this. With that said, go ahead.
Chickens are omnivores and enjoy a variety of fruits, vegetables, grains, and even scraps. Chickens are omnivores and enjoy a variety, even table scraps. Chickens are omnivores that will eat or try to eat just about anything they can.
Yo, he got some good ass eyes.
You get the beats on.
Yo.
I say they'll try.
Yeah, they would try to eat anything to get their beats on, right? So if you walk up to a chicken coop with chicken sticks and just throw it, they would eat it. Chickens would eat anything or try to eat anything to get their beaks on. A pig would eat anything it could get his mouth on. So do we not eat pigs because they eat anything?
Their body don't digest it the right way.
So, okay, but why don't we eat pigs? So, so you said their body don't digest it the right way. What if their body did digest it? Because, okay, technically, their body digest it. That's why they don't get sick or die from it.
My God, they don't chew the cud.
No, that's true. They don't chew up the cud. And that's going into my point. A pig body digests the food because it ain't like if they eat a human, they're going to get sick. They said a pig can get bitten by the most venomous snake out there and they won't die. Pigs don't sweat, which means the toxins don't come out their body and none of that. But they still eat anything and they still live. There was at one point in time in history where pigs were just meant for, you know how we got trash trucks today? Back then, they would hire somebody and they'd come through the whole city with 20 pigs, and that's how they clean up the street. The pigs would just come through and eat everything that's on the ground. Go ahead.
I'm Jamaican, so I mean, in Jamaica, like, people that they'll say, like, they'll have pigs that just come and they'll eat and you'll have a fresh place of grass and they'll eat all the grass to the point where they'll turn over concrete somehow. Like, they just turn the concrete over and just, I'm like, what?
Yeah. They would eat the goddamn concrete. So it ain't about, here's the point, right? And here's the battle, and here's what you don't want to get caught up in. Okay, we know pigs eat anything. But don't make that the premise of why we can't eat a pig.
I would just say, really, I just say God said we don't eat it.
That's the whole point, because the Lord said don't eat it. Yeah. And the Lord say don't eat it, we're not supposed to find out why. He said eat a chicken, but not a pig. Well, damn, a chicken would eat anything, so would a pig. Why can't we eat both? Why would you want to find out why? Just don't eat the pig. Just eat the goddamn chicken. So, you know, if you, whatever you feed a chicken, they would damn near eat. Just like a goddamn pig. You know, there's a few animals out there like that. But why we don't eat it? We not eating shrimp because shrimp cleans the ocean. We not eating shrimp because the Lord said don't eat it. That's all. How do we know? Because at one point in time, we always eating shrimp, crab, and lobster, even though it cleans the ocean. It eats whatever. But then we found out it was wrong. And that's why we stopped. So, yes, those type of creatures eat anything, but it's not the reason that we don't eat it. We don't eat it because the Lord said don't eat it.
Right.
Like, some of us don't understand why, you know, the Lord say don't sell a garment that's 50% silk, that's 50% wool, and say it's all silk. You know how many businesses is booming because they do that? Mm-hmm. The Lord say don't do it. Okay, you know what? He said don't do it. I'm not going to do it. Why I don't do it? I could care less. I know why, because it makes sense. Yeah. Like all the history and all that, the high blood pressure and the heart failure that comes from eating a pig, that totally makes sense. And that's furthermore proof on why we shouldn't eat it. Why we shouldn't eat it? Because the Lord say don't eat it. Why the Lord say don't eat it? Now, if we got to break it down and go into it, okay, it makes sense. You know, all right, I understand. Some people, you actually have to do that. Go down and break it down. You know, chickens have protein and a lot of vitamins and everything that's beneficial. Pigs don't. Pigs have more things in their body that hurt you than help you. You know, that's why the Lord say don't eat it. No, tuna fish. The Lord say don't eat tuna. Bodybuilders love tuna fish. They eat, goddamn, 15, 20 cans of tuna a day because of the protein it has. Tuna have a lot of protein in it, but it also hurts you from eating it. Why don't we eat tuna? Because it don't have fins and scales. Why we can't eat it if it don't have fins and scales? Because the Lord said don't eat it. Why he say don't eat it? Okay, we got to break it down and show you what it does to your body. Cool, we can do it. But for now, the Lord said don't do it. That should be good enough. Like you tell your child don't stick a fork in the socket. Why? Because I said so. That's why. He don't know that sticking that fork in the socket is dangerous. All you need to know is I said so. I'm explaining it to you. Some kids, you might have to explain it to them. Because if you don't, then they're just going to go stick a fork in the socket and find out why. Like I remember, I know this sister. I'm going to get to you too, McCarthy. At this last point, I know this sister, man, who was gay. She was lesbian. I'm say whatever term we use. So what term can we use so we don't get flagged off?
Homosexual.
We can use homosexual. Mm-hmm. Sister was a homosexual. And one of my homies asked her, was like, what made you be a homosexual? And she was like, because my family grew up in the church. And they taught me, I forgot what denomination it was, but she said they taught her being gay was wrong, to the point where they beat her, if she would even say she like a girl, or say anything that seemed homosexual. So when she got old enough, she said to herself, maybe it's not that bad and they just don't want me to do it because of how good it really is. Let me try it out. And she became a homosexual because her family told her not to do it because God said not to do it. but she didn't understand why God didn't want her to do it. So she got old enough and then became a lesbian. And then what happened 5 years later? She went back to dudes, had kids, which is like, right. She went back to dudes and have kids. And I remember talking to on one of them social medias. I was like, congratulations on the baby, man. You know, that's what's up. You know, I know you know, went back. She was like, yeah, it just wasn't for me because to be honest, you know, women are way more abusive and violent. And it's the worst when we both on our period. Like I don't know if this is true, but this is what I heard from women. When you living around a woman for too long, their periods start to happen around the same time for some reason. I never got a chance to ask a woman to find out if that was true, but they said living with women, they have the periods around the same time, which means they both always moody and mad all the time. And she was like, listen, it was like it was the worst thing. Women are way, lesbians or homosexual women are far more abusive and violent than men. Because in their mind, they have to be a man, so they do things based off of what they think how men do. So meaning, if this bitch act up, excuse my language, I'm gonna punch her in the face. Why? Because that's what she's saying. I gotta be rough. I gotta be a gangster. That's why lesbians act so goddamn hard, because in their mind, that's what they think a man is. Why? Because more than likely the man that touched them act like that. He threatened them. I will kill everybody in your house if you say anything to anybody. So now she's scared to go tell her mom that Uncle such and such is molesting her because he's going to kill everybody if she say it. So she just deal with it. Why? Because in her mind, she's saving her family from dying. So what happened when she grew up? She put on baggy jeans, a bra that smashed them, excuse my language, big ass titties down. Them titties is poking out hair. I don't know how you think you hiding them. They put on a sports bra that smashed them down to their chest. They like to get the hair cut and then they walk around super gangster. Why? Because the nigga that touched them was super gangster and act like that. So they're just acting like the person who controlled their life. You mean what? She get out of line, I'm gonna smack her. We're gonna be in here fighting. What you gonna call the cops and say is the best thing about it? Like, she a woman. It was just two females fighting. You just gonna get her locked up for assault. Go ahead, Nicole. You had your hand up?
Yeah, you said a lot that was heavy. So was she like the man? Like, was she like a manly or
she was a feminine and she messed with the manly type.
Oh, and then the manly type was whipping her ass.
Think about that. Listen, that stuff it's all a fairy tale and it's all a momentarily thing. How many homosexual couples you see that, yeah, we've been together for 30 years. You don't see it. I've probably seen my time living on this earth, no exaggeration, one person that was in like the 80s and still considered themselves to be a homosexual. That's one. Out of the 30-something years I've been on this earth.
You said 37 years?
I said 30-something.
Oh.
He trying to add some, come on, man. He trying to add some years on. So, really, I'm 10 years old. That's how long I've been in the truth. I'm 10 years old, man. I'm 10 years, I was born again 10 years ago. I'm 10 years old. So, you don't see old homosexual couples. I mean, if they is, they Edomites. And he don't even consider himself homosexual. He's just a goddamn pedophile, freak, whatever. He had sex with animals, whatever, his pillow, anything he could get his hands on. But they don't grow old because it's a fairy tale. You know what everybody do when they wake up one day? This ain't right. This ain't right. And then 10 years later, Uncle Ron with the nails on got himself a girl. Like, what? He messing with women. It's shocking. Like, yo, he been a homo for that long. They don't grow old together. It's a momentarily thing, man. I don't give a damn. This is what women, and Salakia, from when I say this is what all women know. She can put that strap on all she wants, but that ain't like the real thing. She ain't in there picking you up. She don't, listen, what you like, you think she know what you like because she a female. And I heard females say that. Mm-hmm. Well, she a female, so she would know what I like. No, he know what you like. You like to get choked up and slapped. First of all, when she doing it, you get offended. Who is this bitch talking to when she choking you up? When a man know how to do that. You know the difference from when he's slapping you in that bedroom and slapping you with a goddamn argument. And you know whether she's slapping you in the bedroom or argument, it seems the same. You know the difference. So what happened after 5 years of you getting that plastic rod? You end up pregnant or something. You end up going back. What they call it nowadays, sneak dicking. You end up sneak dicking, excuse my language.
Studs do it too.
Studs do it. Studs. I seen a meme where this stud was pregnant and it said, damn, they got your boy knocked up. They got your boy. They all go back at some point in time. Mm-hmm. Even that woman, she getting the plastic rod. And y'all having all this fun. But, you know, scissoring after a while ain't gonna cut it, sis, and you know it.
Facts.
Go ahead.
If I could, you know what I mean? She gonna get tired of seeing her putting on that goddamn belt like she a construction worker. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes they just want to get straight to, like it's tired, it's plastic, it ain't real. You know what I'm saying?
The intimacy from a man is different from the intimacy that you get from a woman. So the foreplay from a man is different from the foreplay you get from a woman. If that woman in there having foreplay with you, it is not going to be the same as that man having that same foreplay. Like if it was that easy, man, like if it was so easy, right? You know, people, after a while, they be by themselves, right? People be alone for months and months. And then eventually they end up getting somebody. You don't know why? Because them toys and touching themselves it's not the same. It is not the same. You scissoring and bumping carpets with that girl, it feel good the first 5 times to you. But what happened when you want that sweat dripping on you and that nigga slapping you, telling you, yo, shut up. What? Give everything you asked for.
Nigga, some tacos.
Right. When you want a reason to go to work happy tomorrow, she ain't giving it to you.
Oh,
so guess what happened? She go get a little eighth off of John and she ain't got the money. She willing to give John some of that tail. Why? She needed it anyway. She know that. That's all. Go ahead.
And if I could, like, it was crazy. you just put a whole scenario in my head about how you know something. You been around the block.
Yeah, y'all wasn't.
Y'all. No, for real though. You know, that's why I work in this building where it's the whole community live there, like all types of people. So a lot of lesbians, I look in their face and I'll be like, damn, you miserable. Because it's like you living a life of fakeness, like this stud, right? That's how you know one West is masculine as ever. I think I told you, I'm walking. But as I'm walking, I've been through the training, so I'm walking, but I'm walking masculine as hell. Mm-hmm. So the stud, that mine, first time she tried to get my attention, whatever. Right. Second time, she was like, "Wow, that walk you got, that's a powerful walk you got." Mm-hmm. You know, I ain't thinking nothing of it. I was like, "Yeah, you been to the training I've been through." You know what I'm saying? Right. And she was like, "Oh, you served?" I said, "No, I I'm in the black military. She was, oh, right on. It's like, at that moment, I was like, yeah.
They know this.
If your pipes is leaking, you want me to come fix it.
She wants you to come tune her up a little bit. Her sink got a little leaking. She wants you to come fix it. You know, she got a dead mouse on the floor. She wants you to come pick it up because she's scared. I mean, but listen, this is all homosexuality is, right? Homosexuality, especially for women, is women turn into the same sex because women want love and compassion so much,
Right.
and they've been hurt by so many men or men to the point where they feel as though the only way to get the love I'm looking for, it has to come from the same sex because she's a woman like me, so she knows what I want because she a woman. So she a woman, and the type of love I'm looking for, it has to come from a woman because men can't do it because all they do is hurt me. So what happened? You got two hurt dumb bitches who link up together.
Right.
And lesbianism is just based off sex. This girl is gonna love me the way that I want to be loved. Why? Because she a woman, so she know what it takes. Her uncle molested her. Your cousin or your baby dad did you wrong or something, or your baby dad wasn't the type of person who you thought he was going to turn out to be. So what happened? You so over niggas, both of y'all. She would never want to get hurt again. You would never want to get hurt again. So what happened? A woman would know how I would feel because she's a woman. So y'all date each other, and then what happens? Both of y'all hurt comes out every day. Your baby dad did you wrong, and your baby dad wasn't bowing down to you how you wanted him to. So now you got trust issues. Her uncle was touching her, so she got trust issues. So what happened when you smile at a dude? Oh, niggas ain't because my big dad wasn't in shit. Why is she smiling at that dude? She must like him. That's why I don't trust people. Now she gonna punch you in your face. Her, the other one is, all she really cared about is sex. She don't love me how she's supposed to love me. Why are you thinking that? Because all your uncle cared about was sex, and he's the one who turned you gay. So to get out of that, what you do is try to find a person with the same hurt because y'all think y'all understand each other. When what hurt you is just going to be the reason one of y'all end up dead. I seen a documentary, and this girl, because she had so many trust issues with dudes, she ended up killing her lover because she felt as though her lover was sneaking around and getting penis from men every now and then. Was her lover doing it? No. When it came out, no, the lover wasn't doing it. But she been hurt by so many men. She expect her never to go back to a dude because a dude hurt me. When the reason she's a lesbian is not because a dude hurt her, it's because the men she trusted the most, which is her family, did her so wrong, where it's like, I can't trust nobody. The man that hurt you was the person you had a child with. Y'all hurt is two different things. So what's going to happen? Y'all going to bring out those insecurities against each other? You still in love with your baby dad. I know you still in love with that nigga. No, I'm not. I don't want him. I want you. There's no way you can prove it. So guess what? What happened when she done with you? Y'all just one of y'all gonna end up dead. That's all. It's two hurt, dumb bitches just hating each other. That's all. Same thing with males. Your uncle did this, who touched you. Your baby mom did this and hurt you. Oh, only a dude will understand how we do it. You sitting around talking to your homies, and now it's like, yeah, man, these bitches ain't, blase. And then now you turn homosexual because y'all relate on how women ain't ish. Right. When really, you niggas is just going to kill each other. That's all. You're going to end up killing each other because the insecurities y'all have, you would not allow the other one to do you like the opposite sex did. Man, I turned this way, feeling like they wasn't going to do this. And you still doing it, it hurts more. And you're just going to end up killing them. I mean, find me a lesbian who 30 and don't have kids. 30 and up. And if she's in her 20s and she a lesbian, by the time she hit 30, she's going to have kids. By the time she hit 30. Go ahead, Nicole, you got your hand up?
Yeah, what you were saying was so heavy. Like, you made so many heavy points, I'm just sitting here like, damn, because you going into like the psychological approach behind it. Like, men already had to deal with women thinking that you're dealing with other women. You know what I'm saying? Like, soon as your notification go off on your phone and your phone is on the bed, you know what I'm saying? Like, it can be literally your girl cousin, and all they say is, hey, you know what I mean? And then it's like, who the? You know what I'm saying?
Hey for?
You know what I mean? Or it's just their imagination can go wild. So, like what you were saying, I can only imagine, like, yeah, damn, that got to be like two feminine energies.
They want to kill each other.
Yeah, that is psychotic. Like, you got to deal with it. Some lesbians, some studs that start, they complain about. They complain about men. When men be able to go through like, yo, let's talk about it. No, I don't want to talk about it. It's okay. I'm all right. Yeah, like, they don't know how to deal with that. So they might go outside their head like, bitch,
yeah, a man will come and be like, listen, what's wrong? Let's talk about it. A woman would be like, nah, ain't nothing wrong. Hold that. So what happened when a stud tried to play the man role? What's going on? Let's talk about it. Nah, ain't nothing wrong. She's a woman, so she know you lying. Something wrong. I know something about her. She's lying. So what happened? Y'all both in there mad. She know you lying. You don't want to tell her what's wrong. So now y'all in there fighting and killing each other. Why? Because y'all both two hurt people who is too weak to actually get help. That's all. You think you could do it on your own. You don't want to find help. What you want to do is sit there and come up with a solution to make you feel better. You don't want a solution that's going to make you feel better, but it's going to hurt in order to feel better. You're going to have to do something that's going to make you suffer, but you know the end result is going to help you. Like drug addicts. They don't want to go into rehab. They don't want to go cold turkey and sweat all those nights and not be able to sleep or eat. And they throwing up everything they doing. And they taking a bowel movement every 10 minutes because they going cold turkey. So what they rather do? I don't smoke weed no more, but I smoke cigarettes. I'm cutting back on the weed. They try to compensate, one thing for another because the whole point is they really don't want to hurt to change. Because they don't want to hurt to change, they think of ways. And it's like that with men and women that's homosexual. They don't want to go through the hurt. Because they don't want to go through the hurt, they think of scenarios that they think can help them while getting what they want. Some of them can't go 6 months to a year without sex. They can't. So how can I make myself feel good and change myself while still getting sex? I'm gonna go be the same sex. They understand me better because they're the same sex. That's not how it works. You're gonna die, and the Bible says it. The Bible says it. You're gonna die. This is why the law is so important. And the Lord knew what he was talking about when he put these laws, for us. Man, the Lord wasn't just, saying don't do this for no reason. He had his reasons. He didn't have to tell you why. The hell he got to tell you why he don't want you to eat pork for it? Just do it. No, we black in here. How many times we didn't question our parents and got slapped for it? They went upside our head. What? Why I gotta clean the dishes? I ain't put no dishes in the sink. What? That was probably the worst thing I could tell my mom. I ain't even eat. I ain't even use them dishes. I ain't even eat nothing and use them dishes. Well, I gotta clean them. Guess what happened 10 minutes later? I'm cleaning them. I'm over there. Goddamn. I don't know why. I wonder the hell about to ask her why. Why in the hell she need to explain to me why to clean up goddamn dishes? Why the Lord got to give you a full breakdown on why you shouldn't eat pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster? And here's the thing. The Lord give you a full breakdown, and you still do it. Why? Because you're weak. That's all. People are just weak. Continue on the scripture that you had in the car?
Well, that was it.
That was it? All right. Any questions? Any questions online or any questions in the room? No questions online?
Can I show you a picture real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Ain't no questions online? Is that? Because that's a lady. We're talking about class, but she should still take it just to be safe. If it's what she thinking it is, no, that ain't. But she still should because, okay, is he up to date on the shots?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I would say still. That don't look like nothing, but you could never, there's so much stuff going out here. And is he still going to that daycare? Oh, yeah. It could be. We can talk after class. I don't think it's nothing alarming, but just to be on the safe side, because I'm, not a doctor, I would still just to be safe. I think. Y'all good. All right. Dang, what I just called for? Did I call for anything? Oh, let me get Ecclesiasticus 12 and 13. So like, can you get it? Yeah. You charging your phone? All right.
So first 14, right?
Yeah. Come charge it out here. Come sit out here. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 13.
Yeah, that's the pocket.
No. That's the regular Bible.
Ecclesiastes?
Yeah, Ecclesiastes. Yeah, that's my bad. Ecclesiastes. I said Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes. That's it.
Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 14.
McCarthy, could you give me up on some more chaser? Go ahead.
I have seen all the works that are done.
No, chapter 12, verse 13. Yeah, 12 and 13. Right there. Like, there's a reason we have this law class, man. This law class is very important. Every class we have is important. And it's very needed amongst our people, right? Because these classes like scripture breakdown, brotherhood, law, history, Hebrew, the Sabbath plan, All these, the water. All these is what we are missing amongst the Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Man.
Right.
And if we have these 6 things among us, man, who in the hell can stop us? Right. These are the 6 things we had amongst us when the Lord was with us every time. That's why here in the ISUPK, man, we don't lose no battles, regardless of what it is. We don't lose no battles. You challenge us in anything, just know you lost. It don't matter what it is. We don't lose no debates, nothing. Nothing. Like we just win at everything. If you think you're gonna wake up one morning and try to harm one of us, you're gonna drop dead before you even get the chance. You think you could be a news reporter to come in here and try to back us up in the wall with a bunch of questions, you're just going to be made to look stupid. Like the Lord takes, and that's the best part about this school, man. Real quick, if I could, man. This is what I love so much about this school, right? Because we got something called the Shamar Department, right? Shamar Department is us holding guard and protecting no matter where we go, right? And we got something that's called Hebrew Academy, where we go through training and we teach brothers self-defense and everything. And the Cardinal, he just went through it. He just went through it. The Cardinal, exactly what I'm talking about. Hebrew Academy, we teach you self-defense. We teach you everything you need to know, right? And for a brother to look at someone in the ISUPK, because out here in the world, they like to base their targets off of looks. Here's the beautiful thing about the ISUPK. You can never look at someone in here and just assume you have an easy lick. That might be the worst one, for real. Because I've been through Hebrew Academy, and I didn't been an instructor for what, 2 so far that passed? And you would be surprised. Some brothers where they be so quiet and so calm and cool. You get a Hebrew Academy, you're like, this nigga was a killer in the world. He was a hitman. He did something. This brother, goddamn. Like I got some stories, man. Listen, you would think you about to get over. You would really think you about to get over, and the nigga pull that Yike Rab out on you. Change your whole world. Change your whole goddamn world. You'll be sitting there like, I don't even know why I did that. You would know the Lord wasn't with you that day. You would be like, I just had him outpowered in every aspect. And you still woke up and they're like, yeah, how many fingers I'm holding up? You're like, how in the hell this happened? And he's, just defending myself. He tried. That's the lovely thing about this school, because once the Lord with you, keep thinking you got an easy lick. Think you got an easy lick all you want. You gonna get what you asking for. Oh, go ahead in the car.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of them brothers, Baraya. You would think like he real quiet, soft spoken. You know what I'm saying? Got a genuine smile. You know what I mean? That bright up the whole room. You know what I mean? Nicest brother ever. Don't get on that nigga's bad side. You get on his bad side, I didn't see this brother lift a brother up in the air. And we all had to say, stop. He was about to, that brother might have not had made it.
Listen. The Lord send the right people in here for a reason. You pop up in here, we already know there's something special about this brother. And we know already. Look, he don't even know. We know it's something in you. We just waiting to see what it is. The Lord don't send no cowards up in here.
Right.
Is you good at something? We gonna find out. This brother's good at something. Every time he walk in here, I'm like, oh, he came again. I'm gonna find out what it's something about that brother. This brother is good at something. And you're a Benjamin. Oh man, This brother is good at something. We gonna find out pretty soon. I'm telling you, man. Because the Lord don't send cowards up in here. Cowards don't make it in here. Most High Christ. That's exactly why we got so many other so-called Israelite groups. Because they was cowards. You know, and then when you look at their history, they get beat up. Right. Everything. Like this, it just blows my mind too, right? Because like even me being more on social media more, and I start posting more content, most of my videos been getting taken down. And as they sending me the reasons why my videos is being taken down, they're telling me why. Right. And there's so many sensitive niggas out there who call themselves Israelites. And it's just like, you know, it's unbelievable. It's like they the niggas we don't want. Right. If you're gonna flag a video, you're not meant to be in here. Listen, I'm not flagging none of your videos. I'm not even watching them for any. If I see your video, I'm not flagging it. Right. You know, we don't do what the hell you got. Come on. We breed killers in here. Killers for the Most High Christ. That's all. We breeding killers so when Christ come back, Christ know he got some killers on his goddamn hand. He got, and when I say killers, meaning he got people that's not cowards. That's want to die or to kill if necessary and whatnot. That's how I know every brother in here, I feel safe around. I know we get into anything, we good. You know, that's why we got Shamar, we got guards and all that. You ain't about to walk up in here like Dylan Roof and think you about to one up. You gonna think about that twice. When you come in here, it was so many people that came to the door. Yo, protocol to school, you know, mind if I give you a quick search, and they just leave. Just leave. I totally understand. That was the right thing to do. Because if you come in here doing anything stupid, you know, you're not making it out there. And they lucky over time, you know, times has changed. Because today we ask you to leave and escort you out. Back then, you was getting thrown out windows. They was not playing. Times has changed because that's UPK. You know, that's UPK. Salakia, go ahead in the car.
I heard about that. I'm glad I didn't get thrown down the steps back in the day.
No, we seen something in the car.
Oh,
the car came in, man. Listen,
that was ready to take me out.
Man, I tell this story all the time. The car would come in here and just, I'll be sitting in the back. I came here I was doing Shamar a few times. He came in here for class and whatnot. And I'd just be sitting in the back and the car would have his stance and everything. And I'd just be like, this nigga crazy, but it's something about him. I mean, he's damn sure crazy. Whatever the hell he's talking about, he's passionate. It's something that I like about this cat. I remember one day we came in, just going back and forth with one of the teachers, and the car walked out. And then one day I'm doing Shamar, he came walking right back in, and I was like, okay, that's not normal. That is not normal. You know, I think he was talking about something about like the ancestors, whatever the hell. The car was like ancestors. The car was talking about something. And it was just like, to go through that type of exchange and still walk back in here, you know how much pride you have to swallow to do that? I done seen 1,000 brothers go through that same scenario and then never come back. When he walked back through here, I was like, okay, he one of the ones. He one of the ones. Like, okay, I'm wrong. All right, so what? Now I'm back. Teach me something, nigga. I'm wrong. So what? Now what? Yeah, I'm wrong. What's up? Genesis what? I was wrong about the ancestors and the incense and all that, but what you say about the book of Isaiah? Yo, that takes a lot to do that. To sit there, say something, get proved to be wrong about it, you know, and then come back. That is not easy. It takes a soldier to do that. it takes a soldier to be, you know what? Them niggas just right, man. They want my food. What most niggas would do would just start their own religion and just, man, them niggas was wrong. I don't care what they say. And get a bunch of other idiots that believe the same thing he believed when he was just wrong. You was wrong about the law. You was wrong about crabs, shrimp, all that. But to walk back in here, you know, and real quick before I get back to the scripture, I say this all the time. You know, it's a few brothers that are, you know, that sat in here and seen walking this joint high as hell. And they know we know they high. But to come back, like, damn, I can't keep coming around these cats high. You know what? I'm going to keep coming back, though. I don't care. To just come back, and you know we know you high. The whole class is about smoking weed now. You sit in that seat like, this nigga talking about me. You know you high. You know about, and you still come back. Man, that takes a lot, man. And that's a soldier. That's a soldier. And to look at the people who do go through that, and you know, and they mighty. You know, some people really just want to find the truth when they come stumble up in here. It's just as great. You know, it's just as great. So, like, if somebody had their hand up, or not, all right, we can move on with the scripture. If 12 and 13, go ahead.
Yeah, I for sure, like I always tell brothers, you know, don't do it the way I did. You know what I mean? I came back being down and wounded by the world. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord.
That's how the Lord wants you. Salagi. The Lord said he wants you with a contrite spirit.
Right.
Some people have to come back beaten down on their last result. Like I found the truth because I was at a point in time where it was like, what else I'm gonna do? I don't know what to do, what to turn to. I need something done now because of how my life is going. And I walked in here humble as possible. It was new. Never heard of any whatever crazy they was talking about. I'm like, you know, these niggas sound crazy, but I'm gonna listen because what in the hell else I'm gonna go listen to?
Right.
What I'm gonna do? So sometimes the Lord wants you with a beat down, broken spirit because for the simple fact he wants you with a contrite spirit. You know, for the simple fact of it shows like, okay, he's serious. He means it. You know, that's better than a person who say, hey, I don't smoke weed no more because I don't get high. But I did, you know, substitute it with cigarettes. Nah, you don't think what you're doing, you don't think smoking is wrong. The Lord wants you to be like, God damn, I don't know where to go after this. You know what? Crazy niggas gave me a flyer. Let me go see what they talking about, man. You walk up in here all sad and you like, oh, that's why my life is going the way it's going? All this time. Like, so Salaki, that's how the Lord wants you. But go ahead, what you were saying?
No, I mean, that's how it was. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes if I get the conversation with the brothers, you know, I tell them like, get it now, man. Don't try to get it later. You don't know. You might not get later. The Lord could take your life. You know what I'm saying? I see young brothers all the time. You know, they heard the truth from the brothers, and then next thing you know, they lose their life. Like Quando Rondo. Mm-hmm. You see this homeboy get gunned down in front of him. Like they hit him with a fully automatic pistol, and you know it messed him up. And then not being able to have brotherhood in the world with the gang that he's down with, you know, it's like, man, the hell all this, you know what I mean? It's like if that brother will listen to the priests and prophets at ISUK and get in class, he wouldn't have to feel as though he going through that tragic event by himself. We'd be there for him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's better to get it now, or you know, might have to get it later, might not be it later. Right.
Nah, that's a fact. What you're saying is right, because the Lord say, make no tarrying to turn unto the Lord. Matter of fact, let's pull that. That's an apocrypha. Get that for me, Nicole, if you could. Do you need the apocrypha? You got one? All right, finish out that scripture while you're looking for that. The Lord said, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
This is the conclusion of the whole matter. Read.
Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Fear God and keep his commandments. That's the whole duty of man. The whole duty of man or mankind, everyone, is to fear God and keep his commandments. Once you do it, you're going to have an excellent life. Of course, you're going to still have to go to war. Life is about war. You're going to have to go through ups and downs. But nevertheless, you can be going through a situation where you're at your lowest point. And treat it like it's I go over this. It's a pass by. What you don't want to do is be at a low point and be like, oh my God, my life is over. I don't know what to do. Oh man, Lord, please help me. You got some brothers that be at their lowest point, and guess what they do? Answer the phone 3 o'clock in the morning and help you with your situation. You never know that they're going through something also. Something that's far worse than what you're going through. But they still help you get through your situation. Them being down don't stop what the hell they got going on. You know, it happens. You at war. Everything. You don't want to, look at it like, oh my God, I don't know what to do, Lord, please help me, take me out of this situation. Man, some people stand up in it. Yeah, times is a little rough, but I'm good. You wanna know why they good? Because they got brothers. They got people they can lean on. Like, just think about how many people go through stuff in the world and they have family, but they still go through stuff and they reach a low point, even though they have family. Why is that? Because they're your family, but they really don't give you as much help as you think they give you or whatnot. But here in the ISUPK, I tell brothers all the time, I don't give a damn if it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Call me. I damn near get offended if you say, I was going to call you last night, sir, but it was too late. I was going through something. Too late? What the hell is too late?
Right.
How you know I wasn't up? How you know I even sleep? What you mean? You was going through something and then you said to yourself, I'm not going to call and get counsel. I'm not going to call and get help. Because you thought I was asleep? You think me sleeping is more important than what the hell you going through? No. Me sleep is not more important than making sure you don't put yourself in a situation that can, hurt you.
Right.
To make sure you don't make the wrong decision, me being asleep means nothing. All right, call my phone 30 times. You can't get in contact with me, call my red phone. Call my son phone. I don't give a damn if you calling me to say, sir, I really want to smoke a cigarette. I just need somebody to talk to so I don't smoke. That's why I called your phone. That's why I called your Facebook. That's why I called your Instagram. I try every resource to get in contact with you. What you think I'm going to say? Why you call me and wake me up? That sleep ain't that important. You try not to sin. Right. If I can help you, me being asleep, Don't ever tell me you didn't call me because you thought I was asleep. What? Hey, what happened? How in the hell that happened? Sluggy, sir. I thought to call you, but you were asleep. That's no excuse. No excuse. Me being asleep is no excuse on why you didn't pick up that phone and call. I could just be up, waiting for people to call. You never know. That's the whole duty of man. Read on. Is there any more? So okay, so that's it. 14. So let me give you another one. Oh, Nakar, did you get the one that I asked for? Hold on, I got you. Hold on.
And you said what is it again?
The Tarian. It is Ecclesiasticus 5 and 7 in the Apocrypha. That's what it is.
Terry Yang.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5 and verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. What does tarrying mean? Tarrying. What is it? Tarrying?
To delay or be tardy in acting or doing.
Yep. How do you spell it?
Tarry. Tarry.
Oh, Tarry.
Yep.
Make no tarry to turn to the Lord. Right? All right, go ahead. So read that scripture one more time.
Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from the day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt destroy and perish in the day of vengeance.
Yep, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. Don't wake up and say, hey, this is the last week that I smoke. I know it's Monday. Sunday is going to be the last day that I don't smoke. It's going to be my last day. You tarry. Here's why you shouldn't do that. Because in your mind, you're saying Sunday, you're not going to smoke anymore. What happened if you die Friday? You're going to die a sinner. You don't want to do that. Don't tarry. Don't delay. Don't say, damn, brother, what's going on? I seen you in class. I ain't seen you in class in a minute. You know, last time I seen you in class was a few weeks ago. Yeah, man, I'm just trying to get right. You know, when I kick this shrimp, crab, and lobster habit, or when I kick this whore habit, I'm gonna be back. You tarry. You're not gonna kick that habit on your own. You wanna know why? Because you don't have nobody telling you it's wrong. You don't have nobody telling you, hey, you what? You selling drugs? You shouldn't do that. Because nobody's telling you, you're not going to stop. Here's why you're really not coming back. Because you're not ready to stop. Because you know us telling you means you have to stop now. You know damn the Lord is with them brothers. So you don't come here because you don't want to hear something that you're going to have to stop doing. You're not ready just yet. So what you do? You just stop coming. Like I say all the time, it takes time. Brothers think when we speak, we saying, if you eat shrimp, crab, or lobster, like somebody could walk in here now and say, hey, you know, they're interested in what I learned. And they eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. And when we say, the Lord say, stop eating shrimp, crab, and lobster, they think we're saying, don't eat it. You can't, like, you got to leave out of here and never, ever eat it again. That's what we're saying, right?
Right.
But here's the spirit behind it that they don't know. We're not saying that if you leave out here now and eat it, that the Lord is going to kill you. You know it's wrong. So what you need to do is start the process to stop. The demon that you're fighting that's making you eat it, you need to continue to fight. So now you come here and you say, dang, they told me I can't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster, but I love it. Okay, the fight begins. So now you need to fight and fight to try to not eat it. We're not saying that, hey, don't come back. If you leave out of here today and you eat it, don't come back. No, you're not an officer. You're not a trooper. There's a reason we have the 90-day program set. We're giving you time to shed yourself. We're giving you time to work on yourself. We're giving you time to fight the demons that you have to fight. So within that time period, fight those demons. And then hey, brother, you think you're ready? You think you're ready? Some brothers will be like, oh yeah, I'm ready. Let's get it. And they still fighting. And that's good enough. What? Oh, y'all want to put me up to the next Hebrew name? Hell yeah, let's get it. Because they've been fighting. They've been fighting and fighting. And they like, look, man, when I first walked into this school, I was smoking 24 cigarettes. I'm down to 8. What do you think? We're going to tell you not to come back? We're trying to get you down to 0. Right. You know what's going to help you get down to 0? By keep coming to this class. Keep coming to the school. You know what's going to get you down to not eating pork chops and shrimp and all that? By keep coming. We're not expecting you to, a brother come in here and say, hey, well, yeah, I smoke. Okay. The next 4 or 5 times I see you, I'm not thinking this brother don't smoke no more. Yeah. I'm like, this brother is fighting. How I know he's fighting? Because he's here. It takes a lot to come in here. You know how much strength it takes to come into a place where people are going to tell you to stop doing what helps you get through the day? Who want to sit what helps you make it through the day? Who want to sit through a bunch of niggas who look like they doing what the hell you do, or they did what the hell you did at one point? What the hell is this nigga talking about? Give up whores. Care. Who in the hell want to hear that? Nobody want to sit in here and hear it all day. We got a whole class on the law. You know what the law is? Telling you everything you shouldn't be doing. Who the hell want to sit here and hear that? Nobody. But the people that sit in here to hear it is the people who want to change. It's like I said, we don't tell people they can't come in here because they high. Or, a brother say, man, I got a whore problem. Hey, don't come back until you stop. No. How are you going to stop? By coming. That's how you're going to stop, by coming to this goddamn school. That's just the fact of the matter of it, man. Continue on with the scripture.
Come. Make no tarrying to the Lord, to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day.
Don't put off from day to day. Don't say to yourself, I know I said I was going to get right today, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow, or I'm gonna do it Friday. Don't do that. Don't put off day to day. Here's why. Read.
Come. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth.
Because when you do that, suddenly the wrath of the Lord come forth. Meaning, you putting forth day to day, and you saying, I ain't going to do it this day, I'm going to do it that day. And then guess what? The Lord sent one of them angels that's especially made to kill you.
Right.
And when that angel come forth, he's not trying to hear, I'm going to stop Friday. I'm going to stop Friday. Oh, you're going to die today. That's what he was sent for. The Lord not trying to have you wait till Friday. He wants you dead today. So guess what? When that angel come forth, you're dying today. Even though you probably was going to change Friday. No, you should have put up a fight today. The Lord knows. He said he's going to change Friday. He ain't. He said he was going to stop smoking weed. He smoked 10 blunts a day. He said he was going to stop smoking weed by Friday. It's Monday, right? He said Friday he was going to stop smoking weed. Well, he said Monday he was going to stop smoking weed. It's Wednesday. And he didn't up his intake in weed. He's not fighting. He's not going to stop Friday. So guess what? Thursday come when he walk out his door, somebody going to walk up. He's going to be in a situation where I am not going to be there to save him. So whatever happens to him in these next few days, let it happen. So guess what the angels are doing? As somebody is loading up their gun to put a bullet in, they're letting it happen. They're not stopping you. They're not stopping it. Why? You took so much time to tarry unto the Lord. Read.
Come. And in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
And in your security, you're going to be destroyed. And in a place where you think you're the most safe is at, you still going to die. Some people think they in their house. They don't understand how such and such died and he was home. You know how such and such died and he was home? Because the Lord wanted it to happen. Right. The Lord wanted it to happen. In the place of his security, he still ended up dying. He thought it was the most safe. Why? He was carrying the turn to the Lord. The Lord knows some brothers is going to need time to change. Right? And then there are some brothers who the Lord knows this nigga is not changing. He is not going to fight at all. So when Satan comes to the Lord and say, such and such ain't going to change, let me prove to you that he's not going to change. The Lord say, okay, go ahead. And then Satan come back to him and say, look, Lord, I told you I was right. He's dead. The Lord be like, all right, cool. It's as simple as that. Is that it?
It was a little bit more.
A little bit more. All right, read.
And perish in the day of vengeance.
You're going to perish in the day that the Lord decides to get payback for you taking too long to turn to him. Like, you can't, come here, get the knowledge, and not fight. That's all the Lord wants out of you. The Lord wants you to fight. That's all. He wants you to put up a goddamn fight. He wants you to go to war with them goddamn demons. Satan is coming to the Lord saying, I know brother such and such walked through those doors today, but he ain't really serious. Let me put some adversity in his life, and I guarantee he ain't going to come back to that school. The Lord will be like, okay, go ahead. Guess what happens when you come and then you don't come back? The Lord say, okay, he ain't coming back. And then Satan walk up and say, look, Lord, I told you I was right. If the Lord allowed Satan to smoke Job with boils from his head to his toe, and Job was a righteous man, imagine what he'll allow Satan to do to someone who don't goddamn listen. Right. He's going to allow Satan to take one of those evil angels and go in to get vengeance. This nigga he's not putting up no fight. You know how you show that you're putting up a fight? Walking through these goddamn doors. Why? And why do I say that? Because you're coming into a place to hear about everything you're doing wrong, and you don't want to hear that. The last thing you want is to hear what you're doing wrong, and you still come sitting here and listen. You wonder why? Because eventually it's going to help. It's helpful. Read on.
That was it.
Any questions online?
No, sir.
You said,
No, sir.
All right. Let me get another one. Hold on. Let me get Wisdom of Solomon 2:11 in the Apocrypha. Like, this is the importance of the law, man. The law is important, from every aspect of life. No matter what you want to know about life or what to do that's right and wrong, the law is there for it. Let me know when you got that scripture.
I got it, sir. It's the book of Solomon, chapter 2, and verse 11. Let our strength by the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
That which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Read on.
Come, verse 12. Let us lie wait for the righteousness, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraided.
Wisdom of Solomon 2:11. But it's 12, right? You read from 11?
Come.
Oh, read 11 again.
Come.
I'm missing something.
Let our strength be the law of justice.
Right. Let our strength be the law of justice, man. The strength that we have is going to be the law of justice. Meaning what? Let our strength be the law of justice. Go ahead.
Everything that we fight for be the reason of good.
Right. So it's like the strength that we have is going to be the law of justice, meaning what we're strong at is giving people justice based off of the law. Like, that's our strength. So what's good, that's what where our strong is at. Why? Because people know that they can depend on us. When something get done to them that's wrong, I could come to these people and they're going to settle it for us. Because our strength is the law of justice, is getting, what's right to us, getting, getting what's right to us based off of, the law. Because we know the law, so what happened to us that was wrong, these people would, let us know and get us, what's the word I'm looking for? The law of justice. I'll just say that. They would know, all right, some got done wrong to us. Let's go to these people and ask them, what do they think should be done? And we trust their judgment because that's their strength. Their strength is the law of righteousness. So based off of what's righteous, according to the law, they're going to tell us that. Read on.
Come. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
What is feeble is found to be nothing worth, man. Meaning that which is, feeble. What do that mean? That which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. That which is feeble.
To be weak and worth nothing.
So to be weak and worth nothing. Okay, that which is feeble. Oh, read it again. Nakar.
Come. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
That which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Oh, say it again.
Me or him?
No, the brother.
I was saying it means to be weak and worth nothing.
Let's look up feeble. One of y'all could look up feeble.
Come. So to be feeble is like wicked, right? I don't know, it's like wicked.
Yeah, let's look it up.
I got here to say, physically weak, as form, age, or sickness, frail, weak intellectually, or morally, lacking in volume, loudness, brightness, distinctness, lacking in force, strength, or effectiveness.
Yep, that's it. So read that scripture again.
Come. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
That which is feeble, man. That which is lacking in intelligence on what's right is worth nothing. Like, why go to ask someone their opinion and they don't know what the hell is right or wrong? It's worth nothing. And that's what people do nowadays. They go ask a person who they know is going to give them an answer based off of how they feel. Because this person don't know nothing. He don't know nothing about the law. So I go ask him, hey, is it wrong to eat shrimp, crab, and lobster? He's feeble, which means his opinion is worth nothing. He's going to make up something and then tell you, that it is right. Because he don't have that, his strength ain't the law of justice. You got to go to the people who their strength is the law, not someone who's feeble. I mean, he's weak in knowledge. He don't know nothing. What the hell he going to teach you? What the hell he going to tell you? He eats shrimp, crab, and lobster like you do. So when you go to him to try to see if it's wrong, of course he's going to tell you, ain't nothing wrong with that. Why? Because he's doing it too. Read on.
Come. Verse 12. Therefore, let us lie and wait for the righteous.
Let us lie and wait for the righteous. Read.
Come, because he is not for our turn.
Read.
And he is clean contrary to our doings.
Okay, so I think that's it. Any questions in the class?
So it's 8:52.
8:52. Any questions online?
Sir.
No questions online. Okay. Let me see. I might get one more. I might get one more. Let me see. Right. You know what? I think we pretty much solid on that. So how many people online? All right. They ain't got no questions. I'm gonna end it there. See if they type in any questions real quick. If not, just click it.
Come.
Give them like a minute or two. No questions? All right. With that, pass the class off to priest and office in the car.